Let me tell you a story. One about a young child celebrating Christmas with no way to realize how huge an impact this day would have on the rest of their life. This child was a fan of Pokemon from the very beginning, starting off with receiving a Game Boy Color and a copy of Pokemon Red. While familiar with computer entertainment programs like Reader Rabbit, this Game Boy Color would be the first true video game console they own, and solidified their interest in this field of entertainment for the rest of their life. Fast forward across various Nintendo consoles, a Nintendo Power subscription, and more. This child would eventually end up asking for two games in particular for Christmas: Monster Rancher Advance and Golden Sun. Sure enough, on that Christmas day, when they opened up the presents, there they were, in all their glory. When it was time to play Golden Sun, the game was popped into the GBA and greeted the child with the classic boot up jingle. Then, a glorious title screen with fantastic music. And then, their first taste into the true world of RPGs. In case it wasn't obvious yet, yes, this child was me. Up to this point, I've basically kept up with every release when it comes to Pokemon. From the mainline entries to a handful of spin-offs, I was well versed in the world of Pokemon. But as for your more traditional JRPG, well, that was still a bit of a foreign beast. I never really got interested in Final Fantasy at the time, and this was the first JRPG that really caught my eye. In fact, outside of Paper Mario, there aren't really any RPGs coming to mind that I played before this point, outside of the usual Pokemon release. Sadly, most of those childhood memories are lost to time, and I can only speculate on what caught my interest enough to make this game finally be the one. All I know for sure is most of what I knew about the game going in was from Nintendo Power, so there was probably something about the way they promoted it that caught my eye. Regardless, as my introduction not just to the game, but to RPGs as a whole, first impressions would be vital. And well, considering where I am today, I think those first impressions were successful. As I sat down and played through that dark and stormy night, the music, the ambience of the rain, and the effort that little GBA speaker put into the sounds of downpour and lightning, all this compelled me into the game right from the start. I could tell that I was finally going to get a taste of what JRPGs were all about.